For this project, I got my favorite Decoart metallics and satin enamels out. I had a pearl white, and rose gold. With the white, I just put a little bit in the bottom of these cups and then mixed in some acrylic paint. I had dioxazine purple, Prussian blue, and aqua green. Just adding a little blob of each of these colors to the satin enamel white gave me a lovely pastel version of each of those paints. And then I also made a full strength dioxazine purple and Prussian blue just with floetrol. These are all mixed with floetrol. And because they were a little bit on the thick side, I did add a little tiny splash of water to each one to thin them down. I love this rose gold. I use it whenever I can, and pearl white is probably my favorite color, my favorite paint. I put it all into a pour cup, making sure to layer each of the colors between what had the Decoart in it and what just had floetrol in it. I wanted to encourage any chemical reactions that would give me cells or a cloud effect. And this is my nice big pour cup full of colors. I actually don't like these wider mouth cups, but that's fine. So I did pre-paint the edges since this is a deep edge canvas, and gave myself a nice base coat of color with some of my extra paints. And then I poured a ring pour. And my plan was to just pour myself a nice ring pour, a good sized puddle, and see what it would do on its own without any additional stretching. My hope was that I could level the canvas well enough that it would just pour off by itself as it leveled itself off of each of the four sides. And then of course I had pre-painted the corners, so anywhere that it didn't drip off, I already had a nice strong painted edge. For the most part, my leveling was all right. I did have to make a few adjustments over the course of the hour or so that this dripped. And I was very delicate with torching and then letting it rest and then coming back 5 or 10 minutes later, torching again, because it does take a little time for that satin enamel to interact with the other paint consistencies. So you can see it here on time lapse. It was dripping off. I would come and check where that kind of circular center was, and if I needed to move it, I would move it around a little bit. But what I really loved about letting it drip off by itself was that the rings stayed nice and straight, and I got these striations that didn't get all stretched or distorted from moving the paint around myself. So it took about, I would say, 2 hours for it to completely drip off, and this is what it looked like when I came and checked on it. And I think it's lovely, and you've got to see how it looked. The dried version, it looks so good dry. I'm really excited to get a chance to varnish it once it's cured. Thanks for watching, and you can always find me at SaritaLaroche.com. Keep making a beautiful mess.